And we're back with the big Central Valley Talk show of the century because they invited me to host it today. And I don't usually do this kind of thing, but I figured let me fill in for poor old Chuck because he's got things to do, major mental problems that he has to deal with. So this next lady, who I introduced when she wasn't here at the very beginning, I've known her for a very long time, since I opened World Furniture Direct back in 2002, I think it was. And she was with Comcast at that time, and she was spearheading all the commercials that Comcast would make. And she is a highly talented, always on fire, lady inspired, shooter of the commercials, the glamour behind the camera, Sherry Warnock of Visual Forte.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Bert.
Welcome. Now, obviously, it's kind of like shamelessly promoting ourselves today here, and it's too bad for the station here, but we really needed to get people to realize how much you do and how diversified you are and how many clients you shot commercials for. And before I let her start talking, I got to tell you, when you got the ramblings of a crazy man, and basically all I do when I drive to get the furniture every week, I come up with the craziest ideas I can, and I record them on my iPhone, and then I throw them at Sherry, and she comes and we shoot a spot, if I'm jumping off the building in front or whatever, and then it's time for her to put them together so that they look as funny as they are when we're shooting them. And I'm so glad that you're here today, and I'm so glad that she actually made a little montage of some of our craziest things. And there's one at the end that we couldn't even run on TV, which we're going to run here. The only reason is some people may think it's like a little over-the-top violent, but we can run it now because I don't think...
I was afraid.
It's not like there's kids that are out of school that are watching this, right? Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So tell me about some of these other things. Should we go to the spots right away, or can we talk a little bit? Okay, I want to know more about these other things that I'm hearing about up on that Madeira side of Millerton Lake.
Well, I've got so many things going on. Of course, Visual Forte, which I do a vast array of everything video for websites, testimonials. I do industrial videos for Dole.
Huh.
I do Fresno County work. I've done welfare to work. I've done numerous things for them. TV commercials.
Yeah. Well, thank
Roger
God.
Dungal.
Thank goodness she does that. Otherwise, I'd be out of business. Does Dole pay you in pineapples, or?
Sometimes.
Because I do like my pineapples.
Yeah.
I always go to that Dole plantation whenever I'm on Oahu.
They've got those cool little shaker things where you can put some liquor in it.
Have you ever had the pineapple ice cream from the place?
No, I don't think
You've
I
got
have.
to have that.
I'll try that.
Yeah, try that. But yeah, so what's going on with these other businesses? The Visual Forte, I think, is, well, it's the only one I would ever use. So I call it the premier production company for any kind of thing like a commercial, testimonials, website content, anything you could think of. Okay?
I can convert anything.
There's an old saying I like to
HD.
mention. This is an old saying I want to mention to all people who have a business that are wondering why they are sucking it and what can they do to make it better. Well, there's an old saying, an old man who was an artist told me one time. He said, "He who whispers down a well about some goods he has to sell will never corner all the dollars as he who climbs a tree and hollers." Okay? So if you're going to sit there like the angry young man or angry young woman wondering why the heck nobody's coming to your business, get it out there because people remember it. And when you're going to make the spots, don't make some dull spot nobody's going to remember, right? If you've got to jump off your building, well, at least put a couple mattresses down like I do.
Yeah.
So if you land on your feet, you have a chance of not being in the wheelchair the rest of your life.
Yeah, look at all the national commercials. Half the time you don't even know what they're selling, but they catch your attention.
Yeah. You know what I hate? Those two, I don't even want to tell you what I think of them. Those two yo-yos that are on the Sonic commercials, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're eating those shakes, and it's like, whoa. Who's making that decision? But you know what? I remember it, even though I can't stand them, right? I'm going to remember it. A lot of people meet me, they say, I think that most of them don't want to be confrontational, so almost everybody says, "I love your commercials, Bernie," right? And I say, "Thank you." It's not just me, though. there's a girl named I'm from New Jersey. I haven't called her abroad yet.
I think you have. I think you have.
Right? Oh, not here.
Oh, behind my back.
But yeah, you got to use her. You got to get her going. And you could tell people when they come into your business, hey, you know who makes my commercials? The same lady who makes the Crazy Bernie commercials, and that may work for you or against you. I'm not sure. What are the other things you're doing up there? Because are you growing some kind of illegal? No.
I've got organic farming going on. I've got my license in to be doing that. I'm going to grow some kale and bell peppers, and it's a tough year though. Everything's so dry. I have my own well, so it's not a problem.
Oh, your well is not going dry?
No.
Oh, thank goodness there. Yeah, knock on wood here, knock on my head. There you go. And yeah, well, very important to have going. And what about this this marriage thing? Because I saw you on this show with that guy. Who's the guy that looks like he's scared, just seen a ghost? Oh, Mike Scott.
Oh, Mike. Yeah.
I was on with him one time, too. I put him in a headlock. I choked him out. But he and you go back, I know, with Channel 47 when he was the big time. He was the Dan Rather of Channel 47 for a while.
Right.
Or was it Walter Cronkite?
That was many moons ago.
Yeah. And you were talking to him about the wedding thing you've got, like for smaller weddings, in a really affordable way to get it going up there. Huh?
It's Lake Millerton Heights, and I thought because of the economy being so tough and people could mortgage their houses to get married, it's crazy. So I thought, well, there needs to be a small venue with a beautiful view where someone could go for 2 hours and have it live broadcast for the people who can't be there. I have to limit the parties to under 40.
Yeah.
And they can have champagne and cake, and I've got a whole list of extras that they can do.
And then the video.
And the video.
So you don't have to deal with one of those wedding singer / car salesman / furniture salesman / what? Yeah.
Starting at $300 for 2 hours. Just the ceremony, and you could have a small little cake champagne reception there, and then go on your honeymoon because you save so much money by doing that. You know, as opposed to go to the courthouse where it's a real stale environment, or even Vegas. And I've got this phenomenal view of the plateaus and Millerton Lake.
I delivered furniture to your house. My eyes popped out of my head. It's like, wow, you're staring right across the lake, kind of like where towards Sky Harbor, right there, right?
Exactly.
So I helped my brother build the house in Sky Harbor many years ago.
Yeah.
That's the first house we built, and yeah, unbelievable. Of course, the lake is a little low right now, but it's deep enough for a frog.
I could still see it. And then we've got the 3 plateaus, Table Mountains, that you can see
awesome.
too. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
It's such a beautiful drive too. You know, when it's real nice and brown up there. Yeah. Because I live in the same kind of situation. I'm a hillbilly also, but it's a hillbilly Prather instead of hillbilly Madera side. Very similar lot, you know. And I tell you what, you really ought to think about that divorce party thing, because it's not just divorces are big now, and especially with the ladies, they want to celebrate the losing this what should I call it? 200 pounds of ugly fat, right? You get rid, when you can lose 200 pounds of ugly fat and have a party, right, and have one of those divorce cakes. I should have sent it to you guys to put it up, because I have a couple of good pictures of divorce cakes. And then you could take an effigy of the man, light him on fire, and roll him down the hill to the.
I like that. We were in a fire zone, but maybe we could do something like a punching bag or a piñata.
Punching bag.
We got to go to the videos.
Okay, so we're going to go in and see some of the examples of the great work she does. And anybody who's watching this who doesn't call Sherry to get their videos made, you should go get help. Okay, here it is.
He's the most interesting man in Fresno. His furniture prices are so low, police assume it's illegal.
You can't arrest me for selling furniture too cheap!
He's been punched by only one woman with freakishly small hands.
Crazy Bernie, where's Sonia Brawley in Fresno?
Stay crazy, my friends. In a world of phony baloney furniture sales. Hey, that's it! I'm gonna mark down some of my furniture to be cheaper than baloney. That's right, furniture, pound for pound, cheaper than baloney! Crazy Bernie, where's Sonia Brawley in Fresno?
I have a big stupid business and I need your cash now.
Crazy Bernie, where's Sonia Brawley in Fresno?
Look at all the furniture I bought for only $6,000.
$6,000? $6,000? $6,000? $6,000? $6,000?
Just kidding. It was only $500 at Crazy Bernie's.
We'll call him and tell him it's defective. Crazy Bernie was showing your brawly in Fresno.
Now, that was a scary one.
That was great. I took out the frustrations that day because I think I was just dealing with somebody who was a little bit unreasonable that day. And man, that was a perfect day to film that, you know? But of course we couldn't run it because there's a lot of special interest groups that take things very seriously, you know? Like even the name of my company, I almost had to shelf the name of the company because I offended a lot of people. But you know what? I joined forces with them, and I do a lot of work. We actually supply the mental health people here in Fresno. They have apartments, and they need furniture for many apartments, and that's probably the thing that kept us in business for a while.
I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that was good stuff. But okay, we got to wrap this up. I really appreciate you coming. I can't believe you made it while I was here, and keep up the good work.
Thanks for asking me. I'll see you soon.
All right.